check. Appreciate all of the real ones. Thanks for jumping in.
This is Sparta!
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I want me some oil. Shout out to all of the late night riders, the diehard survivors, right? The name is Law Nation. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for jumping in on this episode. I'll go as long as I can tonight. Really don't have anything to do in the morning time, so I got you guys. So it's always a good thing talking about the Cowboys and beyond. A set of misfortunes with La'el Collins, as well as Michael Gallup, knowing that this is his contract year. You know, the good news with Gallup, he can come back at least around week, 3 weeks he can come back. But on the long term, it can be a 5-week situation. So it's 3 to 5 weeks. But with La'el Collins, we see it that it could be 5 weeks flat. Now, they're setting up appeals and things like that. Things were leaked, according to ESPN and some of the beat writers over there as well of the process. And then Mike McCarthy, he comes out in his interview and he said, hey, the timing of this is odd. This is really odd. Now, headline clicks and all of this news stuff is very important to get people clicking on websites. It's very important for Roger Goodell to stick the knife in the back of Jerry, too. That's just how it goes, man. That war, I believe, will always go on and on and on. Because there's a level of courtesy when you are a multi-billionaire and somebody respect you, right? There's a level of, hey, we're going to give you a phone call first and let you know this is about to happen. But we're going to let it, we're not going to leak it out now. We're going to wait. But there's no level of courtesy with Jerry Jones. They get some news, they hurry up and put it out. They hurry up and put it out. They hurry up and say, hey, this guy did something nefarious. This guy did something wrong. And now the picture is already painted before it already goes through appeal that La'el did something wrong. He don't even have the smoking gun. It's reported that, he's supposed to have his test and he didn't take the test, and people are already saying they are making a speculation. You see how that goes? Well, he did lose some weight. He's not a chubby guy anymore. Like the man can't work and bust his chops off all off season, right? Oh, he is playing pretty good. We've seen some relapse. It's sad, everything. One thing we all adore. Something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We stuck in this game. Searching for fortune and fame. You got to squeeze it out like Pac. Fame. That's what people are searching for, fortune and fame. That's what it's about. We stuck in this game, right? I don't want to rap to you guys tonight. I can go multi-platinum right now if I put my mind to it. But I let the rappers do that. However, Cowboy Nation, to me, the solution to all of this will be just this right here. Kick Zach Martin at the right tackle. Keep Connor McGovern at the right guard, right? And wait this 5 weeks out. That will be the best version or the best way of this to all occur. That will be the best way. Because every time the Cowboys get 2 feet forward, Roger Goodell said, hey, we're going to knock you back 3 feet. You know, you got to climb the mountain, but you got to have extra weight. Why? Because you got the mantra of America's team. I already told you guys before, you got to outperform. Look, you can't have mistakes in this game. Wonderful game, beautiful concept. The Dallas Cowboys opening up against the Super Bowl champions. One of the news and the storylines will be how much ratings will it be. The Cowboys so good that you got people from other fan bases on this channel jumping in. That's how good it is. I don't jump to their channel, but they jump to mine, right? Because they want to know what the good stuff is all about. They don't have people looking this good on their channels, right? That's just how it is. They don't have stuff that you can go to get quality content over there. So that's why they're here. So tell them, bring a seat and sit down. They're going to learn something today. They're going to learn. If not, I just tell them to lean forward a little bit. Go to your room, you know, because this is Law Channel. I am the law. And nobody is willing to say anything to me to my face. But they come here, let them eat their oodles and noodles and have a seat. Because this is what it is. Exactly of what everybody tuned in to see the Cowboys. All of the eyeballs was fixated on watching one person to fail, and he didn't do that. Number 4, still put up 400 yards. And this is not a celebratory of stat lines or what have you. But we can go back and forward to talk about somebody that say, man, this guy can't do this and he can't do it without Zach Martin. We had people to literally say that this team was going to be 45-0. Oh, it's going to be 32-3, 35-6. Didn't whisper a word through the game. Ran away like a little bitch like they are. And I'm talking to you in the chat. Ran the fuck away. See, I'm talking to you like a real OG now. You don't want to make an enemy out of me. But you ran like a little bitch. Ain't that something? But you'll come back again after the game after it's over with. But that's just how it is. I can't help that you wore panties while you was in school. I can't help that you don't got no lady to call on or lean on. But when you come here, it is what it is. And I don't have to point you out. My people gonna point you out. Let me know where I'm lying. You see, now you talking to a real OG. Let me know if I'm lying, Cowboy Nation. See, hey, what Tupac said, they talk a lot of shit, but that's after I'm gone because they fear me in the physical form. Let it be known. I'm troublesome. I'm straight out troublesome with y'all. Let me know where I'm lying. That's just what it is. Fame. They run and hide, now they tucking the tail. I even got the phone lines open. They don't never call in, but they have all of the stuff to say with the Twitter fingers and the fingers just moving. Fake people. Fake. So lean forward a little bit. Beat you down like your daddy should have done. Right. They don't call in. I be having the phone lines open all the time. But it is what it is. Oh, let me put my chat up here. Yeah. Cowboy Nation. One of the situations with this team, and I've been telling people like this is how it goes. The Dallas Cowboys drives the ratings, the views, the immunizations. There are teams literally should have to pay for the Cowboys for everything, because they would still be wearing the Rydell's and Douglas and stuff like that. But since it is what it is with the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Wayne Jones suing the NFL in 1996 and 97 so that people can wear Nike apparels and things like that. You don't see people commanding that part of the game. The brand, the association, the affiliation to have your own marketing merchandise so that you can make remunerations outside of the NFL. But for Roger Goodell to continue to do these type of things is crazy to me. But it goes beyond that. However, I digress. Because I don't want to be like my dog Kwame Brown when he sprinkles some of mama's cooking. People can't handle the truth. That's what it is. But they like throw rocks and hide, right? It is what it is. Let me know where I'm lying at. All right, so I listened to this show, 1310 The Ticket. They always bring in some good stuff. I'm going to play a few of their clips, and then when we get out for that, we'll open up the phone lines for you, right? So you can spit your mind. And you talk to me with that bass in your voice, right? Talk to me. You ain't want no babies calling in now. It's late night. Kids should be tucked away. But let's listen to what these guys have to say.
First key play, Donnie. Mike, first Cowboy possession of the game. Yep. The Dallas defense goes boom to Tampa.
Let me know if
3 and
y'all
out.
can hear
Thank
that.
you very much. Let's get the ball back. The offense says, okay, let's begin rolling, baby. Even though they start at the 2-yard line. Big pass to Cooper deep left. Screen to Schultz. Cowboys have a first down at the Tampa 39. Now, you don't even technically need a field goal or a first down to be in field goal range here. Because starting at the 39, it's a 56 to 57-yard attempt. But if you get to, let's say, the 32-yard line, it's a 50-yard field goal.
Right.
3 snaps in a row. You go, oh. The first, CeeDee Lamb is open to the left. And Dak throws one of his very few poor passes of the night. It's low and behind Lamb, and he can't come up with it. And that would have been a first down, I'm thinking around the Tampa 25. Okay. But it's second down. So Prescott goes right back to Lamb, and he drops the ball. Oh. Jeez. Now, that would have been only about 6 or 7 yards, but 6 or 7 good yards. Okay. False start. Oh. Punt. So the poor throw, the drop pass, the false start, and the Cowboys have this really promising drive.
Right.
Wind up being a punt and no points. All right.
So that series, what Norm is breaking down here is the series with CeeDee Lamb. Lamb, I think that Lamb overall had a good day, but those drops are very, very crucial. Very crucial, and trust goes both ways. The interception that Dak Prescott threw, unfortunately, it was a misfortune. Unfortunately, it was a situation whereas the ball bounces off the hands of Lamb, and one can argue that, hey, you don't throw it to triple and double coverage regardless of the situation, especially at the height of that game. However, trust goes both ways. If you catch that pass there, all is forgiven for the previous drops. And that earns an extra gratitude of the relationship between Dak Prescott and, dare I say, CeeDee Lamb. Now, the thing is, down the line, CeeDee Lamb, I believe, since that time frame of dropping the ball, I think he scored the touchdown down the line. He could have scored a touchdown before that moment. I forgot of that series of situation there. However, anywhere in between, you can look at it like this, Cowboy Nation. He's going to get better. This is only his second year, but he got to protect the ball. He got to figure out, hey, if I got a crowd of people and I know I'm going to get smashed, I'm coming across the middle. I got to catch this one. And that could just be the jelly bellies. Not going to hold him, and not going to hold his feet to the fire and crash and burn. Say, he's trash. I'm not finna do that. That's not this angle right here.
Second key play.
It's
the second quarter.
Hold on.
We got a Norm Bubble voice.
Hold on, Bubble Man.
If I can identify Bubble voice, that was straight Bubble right there.
That's Mike's fault because during the break, he went and got me a Diet Pepsi, thus giving me Bubble voice.
We need to pull that, and every time he gets to the second key play, we play that. That guy can't play.
That guy can't play. Oh, my. Go on.
Go ahead, Bubble Boy.
Okay. Thank you, lads.
The jelly belly.
Never buy me a Diet Pepsi
He
again.
thought we were going to gloss over it, too.
Yeah, he was.
It's the
You snapped your head right out of him.
It's the second quarter. Tampa's gone ahead 14-7.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas replies with a drive again. Mm-hmm. Dallas did a really good job of replying last night in the football game.
Oh, yeah.
And they drive into the red zone. That's one of those key stats from last night. Tampa getting 7s and Dallas trying 3s.
3s, yeah.
And in this case, a 31-yarder. And Zerline was right on it. His kick, by my estimation, was exactly 31 yards to the left of the post.
How many goalposts did you need side by side for that to be good?
You would have
3,
needed,
right?
Yeah, I think you'd have needed a third set out there.
Yeah.
So bad.
It was terrible.
It looked like one of us out there attempting a kick.
Yes.
It was shocking.
Now, I'm not here to break this guy's back or to snap his neck off in half and pour salt and vinegar down there and sew it back together, right? But he had no reasonings or dealings saying or making this statement earlier. Don't y'all know? I try to keep it cool, but sometimes, man, I get real hot and angry and upset. You don't even really practice those. Those were the words coming out of Greg Zuerlein. And believe it or not, we got some Greg Zuerlein apologies. They are welcome. What I'm saying is, if you don't have to practice them, that's cool. You have that core philosophy because it's easy. You better not miss another one. And I said, and I meant it, when we watched all of the situation when we was out there in training camp, I was saying, like, come on, Mike. Bring some competition. They converted Hunter Nicewander, who is a punter, by the way, to be his competition in the kicking drills. And it was key, ah, ha, ha, laughing and fun stuff while we was out there in Oxnard, him shanking the kicks. And when he finally made one, we were like, yeah, but I thought it was just a warm-up. I thought they were just playing around with it. The Cowboys was dead serious. That they were so serious that they looked at Hunter to be his competition. So serious in a sense that they utilized Hunter in the preseason as their designated kicker. Now, when your mind is made up and your heart is all in on it and you believe in something, trust, like I said, goes both ways. Greg Zuerlein, Who is he a friend of? Is he a John Fossil guy? Or is he a Mike McCarthy guy? Somebody can educate me on that one. Yeah. Which one is he? Which one is he? Y'all let me know in the communication tab. Is he a Bone Fossil guy? I'm gonna wait to see what y'all say over there because I need to know. Kyle Forbath should have still been Dallas kicker. He's still a free agent. Mm-hmm. Oh, so he's a Fossil guy. Okay, appreciate you. He better not miss another kick. A short one. He can miss 55, 60s. I give him that. Especially if it's offside, the wind blowing. And we gonna give him that. We just gonna give him that. Let's listen to this crew right here.
Remember those 3 points as the game goes along. Remember how 3 more for Dallas might have made a difference.
But you know what?
What we know.
It's boom, turnover, boom, you're right back with the ball. So it's one of those to where you're going, oh, my gosh, I can't believe it. He's leaving points on the field, and they get it right back.
Now, they get it right back, and they score. After the missed field goal, they get the turnover, and they score. It's now 14-13 Tampa. And Zerline has a 33-yard extra point.
Mm-hmm.
And clank off the left upright.
Clank.
So the combination of the yank and the clank. Now, Major Mike, I've seen this first one referred to as a shank. That's not a shank. A shank goes off to the right, doesn't it?
Generally, the shank goes right. Yeah, this was a snap hook and a pull.
Yep. This is a yank rather than a shank and a clank. Okay. Think of that 1 point as we go on through the game. Think of when Dallas scored to make it 28-25 later in the game.
Think about it. We're thinking about it.
Well, there was no question there. Dallas went for 1. When you're down 3, you take the extra point.
Right.
To make it 28-26.
All right. I'm
But
following.
if Zerline had made the extra point. When you get to 28-26, don't you go for 2?
You absolutely do.
And if you make it?
It's a tie game.
And then if you kick the field goal to take the lead like you eventually did, then Tampa, their closing field goal does nothing more than force overtime.
Ooh. Norm didn't hit me with one. Y'all agree with Norm? No, see, Norm old school guy, man. Hey, y'all, if you ever want an epic rant situation in scenario, listen to that guy, 1310 the ticket. That Norm is going to be spitting. And you're going to be like, man, is the spit kid getting on me? Hey, Norm is crazy as all get out. I'm not finna say good old boy buddy system with Greg Zerline and Anthony Brown. And I'm not finna hold their feet to the fire now. Because it's really low-key not their fault. It's really low-key not the situation, whereas you have to look at it and say, it's clearly on them. At some point, when you have the finger and you point it, you got 3 pointing back at you, right? But at some point, when you look at this total evaluation clip, the front office, they got to decree, hey, we want something better than what we're exhibiting and exuding. We need to see something more tangible. Now, Anthony Brown, they did made some moves as it relates to draft situation. They drafted Boss Man Fat. They also drafted Nashawn Wright. The thing is, the political arena within the football game showed up. Because when you pay people money and you put coins in their pocket, the general manager and this player evaluator, scout, whatever his name is as far as his positioning's there, saying why you're not paying the person that I paid. Why you can't elevate this particular person to the level of what we saw out of him, right? Or seen out of him. And old school scouts would tell you, if you've seen it once, you can see it again, right? So coaching, what are you doing? But the coaches got to have the cojones enough to walk and look the person in the eye with the big coins, the big cash, and say, hey, this person just can't play. This is a lost cause. A good situation would be, let's trade him. Let's see if we can get a 6th or a 7th round draft pick. Let's see if somebody else can deal with that. That should be the conversational piece with Anthony Brown. There are plenty of teams. There are plenty of teams that will say, yeah, we'll take an Anthony Brown right now. But for the Cowboys, the depth purpose is more important, because they're looking at it like we just off of natural face don't want to start a rookie out there opposed to a guy that have veteran skills, a veteran, time out there on the field. But that is one of laces out, Ray Finkel. Yeah, I hear y'all. but that is one of the issues with the Cowboys. Just one of the issues is coming from the top. And I'm not sullying or denigrating Jerry Jones, John Stephen Jones, Will McClay, but their loyalty is so strong that they believe in their product. And they will hold on to somebody until their contract expire, and then they say, okay, we'll get rid of them for hopes of compensatory picks. But the loyalty is there, so they're not going to get rid of Anthony Brown, not too soon. But it is what it is.
Do we have the confidence that Tampa's not putting that thing in the end zone if they need a touchdown?
No,
it almost felt like they called their score.
Yep, I totally agree with you. But that missed extra point echoed down the hallways of this game.
Sure.
Dallas not having that extra point on the board. Okay, next, the fourth key play. It is still the second quarter, Donnie. We got 4 of the key plays.
Right.
In the first half.
4 of the key plays. Let's see.
Dallas is down 21-16, and they're inside 2 minutes of the half, and they're on the move, baby. First down at the Tampa 21-yard line. Hey, we're getting at least 3.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, we are. We're getting at least 3. And on second down, Dak makes one of his very, very few bad decisions of the day. The pressure flushes him out of the pocket, and he decides, don't worry, I can outrun Shaquille Barrett.
No way.
Wrong indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, he couldn't take that sack there. Yeah, Mike Meticulous Detail Podcast. Yeah, Anthony Brown after today had 0 trade value. You could argue that last season with the 2 interceptions, you could probably share a little hope. You could probably, sell it a little bit and say, hey, this guy got experiences. He's a good, solid backup cornerback that you can play as the slot or on the outside, because you can start, putting out there, hey, he had 2 interceptions last season. You can sell that a little bit, right? But when we were out there, when we saw Johnny Dixon, Osiris Mitchell, Brandon Eagle, some of those boys, of course, what's this other guy that had the turf toe? What is his name? He wore 17. His name at the tip of my tongue. When we saw them boys burn them up, we was like, hello, Brown. You got to get up out of there, bro. We got to trade. We got to get him up off the team. Put it like this. He ain't starting. And my goodness, lo and behold, he was the first quarter out there. Yeah. I think somebody put Malik Turner. Oh, my goodness. Malik owned Brown. CeeDee Lamb, y'all saw the video that I did on CeeDee Lamb. Of course, CeeDee Lamb is CeeDee Lamb, but CeeDee Lamb pretty much is Brown's father. Akeem says, Law, I said that Dak threw way too many passes. Yeah, you want a mixed-used Dak Prescott, but unfortunately, the run was non-existing. And somebody can argue that Tom Brady threw too many passes. They couldn't run the rock either. So if the fortunes were changed at the end of the 60 minutes, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans would have been like, hey, man, Tom kind of threw the ball too much. They should have got it going a little bit with Runjo and as well as Fournette. But when you win, you kind of not dive too much into the analytics. You don't dive too much in breaking down everything. But it is what it is. Let's go. Wherever this clip. I'm trying to find this clip. Here we go.
12-yard loss.
That was a big sack.
Yeah, it was a bad sack, too.
So suddenly.
Throw it away. Yeah.
You're back at the 33.
Facts.
But that's okay. It's still a long field goal.
Right.
Except on the next play, when Dak runs again, Connor Williams gets called for holding.
That was a horrible
Whoops.
one. But he got his butt whooped.
Suddenly, it's 3rd and 32 when the drive started at the Tampa Bay 21.
Yeah.
And what do you have at the end of it?
A field goal.
A 60-yard field goal attempt.
That was probably the worst sequence for the offensive line.
Yep.
They didn't play badly whatsoever, especially missing a very key piece. But that right there was when I almost felt, and this is going to sound a little crazy,
that big boy,
where Dak started to feel a little comfortable because he took those really the first time he was pressured and hit all night. It's like, okay, all right, we're in it now. This is a game. And you're right. Hey, let me outrun Shaquille Barrett. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work. Let me scramble up. He just got 1 yard. Uh-oh. Barrett got me again.
Yep.
So, okay. All right. So, yeah, and I was a little surprised they tried that 60-yard field goal. The only reason they had to do that is because Tampa had 0 timeouts.
Yes.
The
if
only
Tampa had
reason.
1 timeout, they'd have punted.
No chance they try that.
No.
Right.
I agree.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's a what the heck are you doing moment for McCarthy listening to Bones again. I feel like Bones is the Soroy of the coaching staff.
He had a good one there with that one. Sometimes you can have too many Chiefs in there, And Bones may be a guy with good intentions, right? But let's grandma say there's people in hell with good intentions, right? Sometimes you can try to do all of the right things and it's not working out. There are chances where you can do some wrong things for the right reasons, right? That's what they say. We doing the wrong things for the right reasons. But Bone Fossil, he's trying to do the right things. But sometimes I just feel like even last season, some of the things that he attempted to do, and it was fortunate for us, week 2, what have you, last season against the Atlanta Falcons, for crying out loud. We was able to squeeze a victory out due to his expertise. But sometimes you can be a little too aggressive. And you got to have a foot. I just look at Mike McCarthy as that guy. Maybe he got 2 faces or 3 faces. And he showed the media one side, and then he showed the players another side, and then he showed his contemporaries as it relates to the staffing, his guys, another one. But who is the real Mike McCarthy? Is he a hard-nosed guy, or he's fluff? Y'all let me know in the comment box. I really want to know who he really is.
You mean
like this?
He's always talking McCarthy into making really bad decisions that he may regret, but if it works,
Hell yeah.
It works,
you're having
yeah.
the most fun you've ever had.
Right.
Or
We're here for fun.
I thought you were going to say on Monday morning we all blame Mike for something.
No. Okay, that could work too, but I just consider Bones can talk McCarthy into doing anything.
By the way,
and that's Saroy with me. I'm going to start calling you Bones.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard. So yeah.
What
he better do is go back in the prep room and try to get Greg Zuerlein realigned and try to cover kickoffs. That wouldn't be a bad idea either.
This feast of famine with that dude almost every single time.
Yep.
Feast of famine. And we know special team is a phase of the game. When Bone Fossil said, okay, we're going to compete Brown Anger versus Hunter Nicewander, we were like, oh, okay, cool. It's going to be a fair and unbelievable competition. And that's the punter side of it, right? But then he came out on a presser and said, hey, this Brian Anger, he's one hell of a punter, and I really like his attitude and the way he prepared in readiness of the game. I really think that he got a strong shot at it. I'm like, dude, you don't see Hunter right there in the next room, you know? But like the guy was just lamenting, that Bone Fossil, and I'm not hating on the guy. I think that he got a wonderful personality, by the way. But I think that he can tell Mike McCarthy, hey, put your hand on your nose and stand on 1 foot, you know. And we'll do it for 5 minutes and see who will last the longest. And then before you know it, you see Mike McCarthy with his hand on his nose, standing on one leg, you know, 1 foot, you know. So I think that he do have a very wow factor with his style of coaching, and it's contagious in people who are kind of like the beta male situation, the follower. They will listen, they will lean, and they will go after what he says. I digress.
Fifth key play. It's the third quarter. Dallas is down a field goal, 21-19. Mm-hmm. They've gotten a field goal to start the half. Mm-hmm. They shut Tampa Bay down, boom, 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 3 and out, and get the ball back at their own 25. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, at this point of the game, I started to think, you know what? They're outplaying Tampa. Okay.
At this point they are.
And on the first play, they decide to go deep middle. And there are what looked like 17 Tampa Bay defenders waiting for the pass. Except Dak puts it right on the money to CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. One of the top 3 throws of the night for him.
I agree. Right on the money. And Lamb drops the ball into Carlton Davis' lap. Huge play, Donnie.
Unfortunate bounce, and at first glance, you're thinking, what in the entire hell are you doing making that throw?
I thought that was one of his worst decisions of the night, and then I saw the replay, and I went, my God.
Yeah, that threw me for a loop, because at that point, when we was watching the game, we was going over everything, and we were saying, all right, you got the ball back. All you got to do now is TOP that thing. And although we won the time of possession, by the way, but if we TOP it a little bit, because they're dropping everybody. Tampa Bay, you know, Todd Bowles was grinning. He was cheesing. Well, you know, where my little menu at? Here's my menu. Yeah, he was cheesing. He like, yeah, I got him. I'm going to order that one right there. I'm going to show them that I got people inside, but they going to drop. I got the Cowboys. They abandoned the run. We going to drop back in coverage. We going to show run, but we really dropping off in coverage, and they gave up on the run. Vita Vea made sure of that. Inside. Pressure. You know, he was smiling. Go back and watch the game, the broadcast view, and you'll see Todd Bowles just smiling like, yeah. So I figured that, you know, if the Cowboys were to draw up and craft up and establish something with that and stop trying to take it big chunks of what have you, and take the underneath because they was playing overs, take the underneath, death of 1,000 cuts, because that is what the opposition just did. Tommy Boy underneath. Oh, as soon as that safety try to cheat inside, and he saw the same look one-on-one to the outside, Hail Mary! That's what he did. That was the situation. Did he do that or did he not do that? Did you guys watch that? Underneath, death of 1,000 cuts. Oh, now the safety is creeping down inside. Oh, he's creeping all the way down inside. He's he's getting a little bit closer. His first steps is moving forward instead of moving back. Oh, it's one-on-one to the outside. Hail Mary! Run quick, C. What do we have here now? Antonio Brown versus Anthony Brown. That's what it was. And when they went into a situation when they got all the way to the red zone, Cowboys gambled. They went full zero. They played zero empty, basically. And it was delayed runoff on Gronk. He engaged with D-Law a little bit and shot upfield. Why was that? Because we covered the flats and covered everything underneath. The pressure was not there in the interior. That's how the touchdown was there. Had nothing to do with the safeties because the safety was filling gaps coming straight downhill. Wasn't even in a situation or a scenario that they was in the coverage. If we call a coverage play on that one, it could have been easily picked off. But the fortunes went the whole nother way just like that. And that's on our side of the defensive side of the coin. Defense still played well, though, but it is what it is.
Like, not many QBs think that throw.
They don't try.
Try it, and then hit the dude in both hands.
That was like hitting the middle of the swinging tire from about 35 yards out.
Yeah.
He put it right there.
You think CeeDee heard footsteps? I mean, because there was people everywhere.
He's very vulnerable up in the air, both hands, and he feels like I'm going to take a shot. So we're all can say, "Oh man, you should catch that." That's in a dire situation. Yeah. But Dak put it exactly where it needed to be.
Right on.
I couldn't believe it.
A fantastic throw.
Yeah.
4 plays later, Tampa's in the end zone with a 9-point lead.
Facts.
Those are the 5 key plays. That was a fabulous game last night.
It was.
But again, as we've said already, you look back through that game and you see the echoes of some of these plays down the game, and you think to yourself, we had him by the private parts.
You did.
Hopeful and horrid all in the same sentence.
Facts.
Hopeful for what you saw because you didn't expect them to kind of click as in game 1 on the road against the champs.
Facts.
But then certain situations when we talk key plays, the drop here, the underthrow here or whatever, settling for a field goal instead of a touchdown, and then you lose by 2 and go, that sometimes you have to be a thief. And sometimes you have to go get games that no one will expect for you to go and win. And that's going to maybe balance out sometime in the season, Norm, where they're going to be favored and they wet the bed in a game they were supposed to win and they lose. So that's how it kind of evens out, and they just let that one slip away. Like I'm really conflicted, seriously, in thinking, wow, okay, they played really well to why the hell didn't they win that game?
It goes back to this. You learn more from your failures than your success. Y'all might have to write that down. You learn more from your failures than your success. In any situation, you want to look back at this and say, all right, cool. This game, due to poor preparations, especially on the offseason, not bringing in the right amount of talent to squeeze out Anthony Brown. To bring in an extra kicker to bring forth a better outcome as it relates to practicing, because when you comfortable, when you okay in your job, you're not going to do anything extra. There would be no need for him to practice the 31-yard. Like he lamented himself, you don't even really practice those. But when you see that young hot shot, and I'm not saying that there's other kickers out there because I don't do no evaluation myself of going by film of looking at all of the kickers that came out of the what do you call that? The college level, the collegiate level last year. I'm not going to go look at kickers, but I'm quite sure if you bring in somebody to compete, shoot, Greg will be like, hey, man, it's all right, feeling good today. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to try to make these kicks, man. This young guy is up on it. Right? Somebody been in that type of situation before. You're a junior in high school or you're a senior in high school and you see the freshman coming in. You're like, whoa. He 4.3. He 4.4. Man, I'm a 4.5 guy. You know, I'm gonna have to do some extra workouts. Oh, he getting all of the pressing, clippings and everything. Oh, he bench pressing 225 15 times, 16 times. I'm at 14. Shoot. You gonna get in that workroom. You gonna get in that gym. Oh, yeah, I got 225 now. I did it 17. Yeah. But when there's no competition, you would have stopped at 13. For those who played any sport, let me know where I'm lying. Let me know. But that's what competition do. Now, on the flip side, if coaching see that your max input is 13, or see if your max input is 10, I'm just going to go back to the weight situation, and the younger guy is throwing it around with 17 and 18, coaching got to pull both of those guys to the side and say, hey, we got a hard decision to make. And matter of fact, they don't probably have to do it to them. They have to pull Jerry Wayne and company to the side and say, hey, this young guy right here, he may not be ready for it right now, but I've seen him throw that weight around. I would rather have that young guy out there to learn. This is a long season, not a short one. And I got to have my troops ready. By November, they got to be ready. They got to be on the same page. Why not go against one of the greatest? Right? Competition. That is flat out competition.
Like being upset that they didn't win, and you kind of go back and forth. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because you can take some good things out of bad situations as far as a loss and be encouraged about things moving forward since it's so early in the season, and still be mad frustrated that it was there for the taking and they didn't do those little things to go get it.
Ooh, good stuff. Case in point, in 2016, when the Dallas Cowboys, I believe, beat the Green Bay Packers, right? Everybody like, yeah. Which one was first? Y'all help me out. My memory is not all together. Was the Steelers game or the Green Bay Packers game first? And that's when people are like, yeah, that 4 is a real one. Which one came first? Y'all help me out. Shout out to you, the lunatic. Appreciate you for jumping in. Yeah. Pedro says, Pollard ran a 4.7 yards rush on an average of 3 carries. What if? I feel you.
We def got a high ceiling law. Go Cowboys.
Most certainly. We do got a high ceiling, the lunatic. We do. And the ceiling for this season, I think that we're going to get there. We ain't going to be with this team that just lackadaisy. The Packers game came first. Yeah, the Packers. And then, okay, so I know there was a lot of people, after they saw that Packers game, they're like, yeah, the Cowboys about to go to the playoff after they did that one. And then after the Steelers game, they really put the stamp of approval on that one, right? Steelers game came later in the season. Yeah. So that's just how that goes with that, Cowboy Nation. Give me 1 second while I set this up. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this conversation. Bear with me 1 second here while we open up the phone line for your mind. Come on. Bass line on that thing so sick. That's a sick bass line right there. It really is. It's a real sick bass line, man. Oh, they go crazy. 803, I got Coach Marv, man. Talk to me. You live.
All right, Law. How you doing? This is Coach Marv.
Coach, I'm doing well, man, with 2 L's. I'm doing well.
Man, I know you're doing good, man. You're always doing some good stuff, man.
Appreciate it, Coach.
We just got a few things, man. One, 2 minute passes, game one. I think just do the research, people. How many quarterbacks are successful when they throw the ball 60 times in a game? If you look at the history of football, yes, you lost. You played a good game, came down to the last end, but that's not the recipe for winning. If you look at, and I'm quite sure Brady and the Tampa Bay team trying to have Brady throw the ball 50 times for their next game either.
Right.
That's not a recipe for winning. You threw the ball 60 times, but you only scored 29 points. If we want to look at the history of that, we had a very good quarterback in Pittsburgh that was throwing the ball 50 and 60 times a game last year, and they were losing. So
no doubt, Coach. What we did was, they came in with the mindset to run the rock, and we did a good job of stopping them from running the rock, but we didn't do a good job of stopping them from passing the rock on one side of the field, on one side of it, Yeah. But that was the game plan.
The reason why I know why our running game is not hidden. I know a lot of people want to talk about Tony P and they want to talk about Ezekiel, but in my experience, to get a running game going, you have to practice a running game. You have to work on a running game. A running game is with offensive alignment is more of a time and have to work on it a lot more than you have to work on with pass blocking. And I think some people understand when you're doing pass blocking, when you have to really work on combinations when they blitz or they do stunts, but if they come straight ahead, it's really a one-on-one type of blocking type thing. But in a run blocking, with our zone scheme, you have to be really in sync with each other to get back on those linebackers, to pick up those linebackers. That's where we had a problem picking up the secondary guys and sliding off and getting to those guys. And we don't really practice our running game. I don't think we really practice it too much in training camp in a live setting. And you don't practice a running game in a live setting. You tend to have to be high, up too high, and you're not really going to get the running game going. The running game should improve because they got hopefully. But I don't think they really worked on it in this game because they only ran the ball 13 times or 14 times in the game. So that's a recipe for not having a running game. But I think it's a cultural thing with our offense, and we having a cultural thing of a finesse, and hopefully we'll get through this. But I'm gonna say this one thing right here, Law, and I'm not trying to be negative here, but I want to say this. I watched. You like boxing, don't you, Law?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Okay. There's been in my time I've seen great fighters have great trainers and great staff and great people that knew how to push the buttons and motivate, how to not enable their fighters to do things. There were trainers that were forward thinkers to get their fighters to think about things before it happened. And those great fighters, turned into be Hall of Fame boxers. I've seen great teams in baseball and football have great management and good coaches and turn those guys into their full potential. I watched our Cowboys in the 70s. We were fortunate to get a great quarterback like Staubach, a great running back like Dorsett, and great receivers and great defensive guys. And then watch a guy like Tom Landry get to these guys to their greatest potential and the top of the mountain. Same thing with Jimmy Johnson. Get those guys to the top of the mountain.
You're not going to talk about my cousin? You're not going to talk about my cousin?
Who is that?
Dwayne.
Oh, yeah.
He was good. Good, go ahead.
But, you know, I do say this. My main concern, and I'm seeing a lot of small things, when you start losing games over some of the issues I keep seeing over and over with the Cowboys, I just have to wonder. We have a great guy in Dak Prescott. We got a great guy in Ezekiel Elliott, Mark Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, D. Law, Gregory.
Right.
Are they surrounded by the right people who's going to get all the juice out of the orange? Because if they don't have the right people, they'll never reach their fullest potential in holding up that Lombardi trophy.
Right.
I will say this again to all your listeners, and I know a lot of people think the athletes can do it all themselves. But great athletes cannot stand bad coaching and get to their potential. That's not nothing about the physical part, but the mental capacity and the things of not making certain mistakes or not jeopardizing your team by doing things outside of the field that's going to jeopardize your team, being able to do the small things to be champions. And if this continues, and we continue to do these small things, we'll almost be victories. We are almost having, and we are almost be this, and these guys will not reach their great potential, which I think they have.
Right.
We have to be concerned about that. We have to let it play out. But if the Joneses got all this money, which they're very rich, you would not have a Lamborghini or a race car and get a guy to drive it without a driver's license.
No doubt. No doubt.
So we have to think about that, because we are pointing out very small things. And those small things, as I used to tell my players, the things that lose you big games against good competition is the things that people don't even talk about.
The little
special
things.
teams, blocking, penalties. People don't talk about those things because they're not highlight reel type things. But those are things that lose you big games. And we lost this game not because our offense was worse than Tampa Bay's, not because our defense was worse than Tampa Bay's. Is the little things that we did in the crucial times that we got penalties. Those things hurt us because they happened at the most crucial moment. And I'm saying this in right quick. If Collins can't play, I'm not a component right now of sending Zach Martin out to the tackle position. And I'm tell you why. We have a power problem in the middle, and we have to fix that. We can help the tackle out there.
No, coach.
But
Coach.
No.
I love you, Coach, man, but I don't want to see Ty Nsekhe out there. Come on, Coach.
Listen, you can help Ty Nsekhe outside with a speed rusher, but if we have those guys bull rushing right at Dak, right in his middle, where he can't move right or left, he is subject to get hurt faster, and you're never going to have a running game if your guard and your centers have no power. So then you're going to end up having to throw 70 times a game because you're saying we need to control the tackle. But the guard in that middle, we need a power player in that middle. We can get by with the tackles out there if we can help them and do things for them. But you can't get around if you got 3 weak guys in the middle, because then you using Ezekiel Elliott to be a third guard, because that's all. If he wasn't in the game,
yeah. Now that's one of the things. Yeah. If Ezekiel Elliott wasn't in the game, people have to realize they shot through that A gap. Ezekiel Elliott saved Dak Prescott several times.
If he wasn't in the game.
What about this coach? What about this coach? Bring in Nick Ralston, right? And I just don't. Who do you feel like, Ty Nsekhe or Terrence Steele as that right tackle? You think it would be Ty Nsekhe, right?
I think Terrence Nsekhe. I wouldn't go with Steele.
You still won't go with Steele?
I would go with Nsekhe because Nsekhe has a listen. I don't see Nsekhe has a problem with power. Nsekhe got a problem with speed, and you can help him with the speed by chipping. You can help him with the speed. Terrence Steele got a problem with power. You can't help that.
My thing is this, Coach. Connor McGovern is a whole lot better than Ty Nsekhe or Terrence Steele, though. Is that? But I know there's two different type of positions there. But I want my best 5 out there, right, Coach? Do you want your best? You coaching the team. You want your best 5, right? Come on, Coach.
You got your best 5. Know why?
Why?
Go. Hold on. Let me tell you where your best 5 come at, right? Take Connor Williams and put him on the sideline. Put McGovern in there. You done strengthen your middle. We can help the tackle. But if you're going to leave Connor Williams out there, you better keep Zach Martin at the other guard.
Level with me on this one then, Coach, and I'm going to let you go. Why don't the Cowboys, I know he got short arms, and his only issue is bull rush. Technique is sound, it's solid. Technique is there, Coach. He just can't handle the bull rush. Why don't you just kick Connor Williams at the right tackle and you just put Connor McGovern at his spot? Keep Zach Martin. Tell Zach Martin, hey, protect your baby. You shoot it back. And he got short arms, but I think that Connor Williams probably be still better than Ty Nsekhe and Terrence Steele.
Yeah, it ain't his arms. It's not his arms, Law.
What has Connor Williams had
problems with?
Which one is?
What has Connor Williams had problems with physical? What physical problems Connor Williams had since he been in Dallas? His knees ain't no good. You think he might have could move fast when he was in college. His lateral movement might be compromised now because he has had knee problems since he got in Dallas. Right. So that's the reason why he can't handle the bull rush, because he has no base, and he really and while let's talking about he's so quick and nimble. Cowboys don't do no pulling. So you got a guy that you're trying to make a power blocker who's not, and he's got knee problems. He is a guy that can come in and spot. I think Nsekhe would do good. You can help a tackle, Law. You can help a tackle be successful. You can't do. There's no help for the guards in the center other than your running back getting beat up to death because he got to go in there and fill in and attack these big guys every minute. So you need Zach. If you want to have any type of run game, you need Zach in that middle so he can cut down that penetration. He can get some movement onto that linebacker, because if Dak has to throw the ball 50 or 60 times a game, and that is a consistent 40 to 50 times a game, I'm sad to tell you, in the NFL, he will not make it through this season.
Coach, man, you're a real one, man. I appreciate you for calling in.
All right, now. Y'all have a good one.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Coach is a real one on that one. Oh, man. Y'all agree with Coach? Y'all let me know. Lady Jessica, you live.
Hey, no, I don't. And you need to stop speaking, Dak getting hurt. Stop it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
But I get tired of hearing that. Y'all been talking about this man get hurt. Dak is not no wussy quarterback.
Right.
He's not no punk.
Right.
He's not going to stand there and let nobody hit him or hurt him. The boy was out there moving mobily. He is a mobile, and he is a very active and accurate quarterback.
Right.
But anyway, Long, my thing is, you got to trust your quarterback.
Right.
You're in the red zone. You don't take him off his game. You want to get a first down, then go and punch it into the end zone. You don't go for no pickle kicker who's been missing field goals and right there at it.
Right.
I'm sorry. You have to trust the quarterback to do his job. And the wide receiver. Why do we have all these players if you're not going to allow them to play when we need them to play? That is why we didn't get our score up, because they kept pulling them and bringing in the pickle flicker kicker.
The pickle flicker.
Who kept missing. We don't have time for pickle. I mean,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but still, you got a chance to see what I've been saying all along. Dak is back. Dak is good. You know what I'm saying? You said you wanted to see him get hit. Okay, he took some hits.
He took
They even put this man in his back, which Dak should have been a call, and we should have been down there in the red zone right there.
Facts.
Because Dak was already out, and the dude pushed him in his back when he was down. But like I said, we had a lot of big calls that wasn't called.
Right.
You got to go out there, and all we got to do is clean up what we messed up and come back and go whoop the Chargers' butt. First game, yes, like I told old dude last night. Yeah, I said 17-0. I said, well, then 16-1. I don't care.
Right.
I'm not taking none down. I'm not going to talk down on my team because whatever reason they feel that they're going to talk. I'm sorry. I've been yelling, and I've been taking some throat lozenges because of my hoarseness. But anyway, like I said, we have to execute, Law, when we're in that red zone. We don't turn to the kicker. We don't lean on no kicker. We want to lean on what we have, our weapons, our quarterback, and our wide receivers and receivers. And I'm glad that Zeke was there, because Zeke will make sure that Dak doesn't get hurt.
Facts.
That's why Zeke got hurt when I kept trying to tell y'all that he took a hit in his thigh. They was trying to take Zeke out so they could get to Dak, to hurt Dak, because they know he's a weapon. So all of the negativity needs to stop, and y'all act like we just got blown out. Okay, you don't want to leave no time, not just because of Brady, because Tom Brady ain't what everybody is trying to make him to be either, because we had that game. We had that game points higher than 29. We would have been the one on top with 40 burger. We both had a 40 burger on Tom Brady and bringing that win home. You cannot pull our quarterback and our receivers off and our offensive linemen, people, out of the red zone just for a freaking field goal. No settling for field goals. Cut it out. In that right, and I'm glad somebody said something to McCarty in that press conference about that red zone. He got to clean that up. Go for it. Go for what we know. No more settling for field goals for us.
No doubt, Lady Jessica. I really appreciate you so much for calling in. And everybody, if possible, type PVO in the chat box for Lady Jessica. We're going to get this win next week. Let's go. Appreciate you. We love you.
All right.
There we go. That's Lady Jessica. Round of applause for Lady Jessica. Round of applause. Look. Let's just go for it, man. When we get into the red zone, man. PVO, Let her drop back. Let Dak Prescott drop back. Let him scan the field, go for it, man, because nothing to lose but everything to gain. And that was PVO. I got my guy, Jonathan, man. What's good? 971. What's good with you?
What's happening, Lon?
Nothing to it, JP, man. What you got for this one? Talk to me.
Hey, everything that I said came to prediction, didn't
it? Repeat, man. Recharge my mind with what you said, man. What you said,
remember,
man.
I said you got to be confident on your penalties, and you can't play from behind. And then when you have a chance to win at the end with 2 minutes left, you find a player to get you down there. We was at the 35 at the end.
Right.
We at the 35. You find you a player that can get you a first down in the middle of the field. But they never did that. They never brought Pollard in to throw the dump pass on the outside, to run to the outside, at least with some speed on the field.
Yeah.
Because you got everybody running deep, running routes underneath or whatever. Have Pollard come in. Hey, throw that little toss out there or throw that dump spin out there. Let them run for that first. And you got a penalty at the end. And that's it. And that's ball game. And then now you got the defense on the heels. You're asking them to do too much. Okay.
So JP, before you go into that conversation of peace there, you think that on the final drive it would have been better for us to figure it out to score a touchdown? You can't trade a field goal because you played against Tom Brady, and you can't give it. And you know that their kickoff return guy been averaging 30 yards. He had 92 yards kickoff return, man.
Yeah.
Mickens killed us.
So what I'm saying is, if you on the third, if you got at the 30-yard line, you already got Sam. Sam got you down to the 30, 35. Okay, you found a play underneath. Okay.
Right.
Now remember that penalty they got? They went back in 3rd and 15.
Right.
They got a penalty, and then they messed around. They threw that underneath to the next play. They threw to Cooper in the middle of the field to get the field goal.
They did that.
Now that play should have been ran the play before.
Hold on, I'm squeezing my eyes. I'm trying to recall it.
No.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
So you run that play before you get the penalty. You run that play, but then, like I said, Kellen Moore. He's known for doing this at the end of the game when it's time to turn the lights on, to put your players in the position to make a play. Give me one player to make one play on offense. Keep the chains moving. Give me a dump screen. Give me some motion going on to pick up the first down, to get down there to the 20s, at least the 20, kick the field goal. And what do you have left?
Yeah.
30, 40 seconds left, and you can't do anything. So, like I told everybody, they get cute, they start messing around, and then you put your offensive line in trouble with holding. So now you're in trouble. He needs somebody to oversee him to come out and say, look, let's run this play. Let's be careful. Now, this is going to be his test this year. I love the defense, because don't blame on the defense, because, hey, they did their thing.
Right.
It's somebody to oversee him. I had told my friend today, I say, look, why didn't they bring in Drew Brees to come in and coach the offense? Oh, man, whatever. Hey, give him a shot. He's been in the league forever. Show him how to win or oversee something, because this needs to be fixed. If it don't, ain't going to be no playoffs.
Well,
it's going to be one way.
Well, I just think it this way, though. I don't see, and I know that they got to have a chance and opportunity to play their first week or what have you. But the other teams in this particular division, I don't see them being as aggressive or as well-oiled, like a well-oiled machine like we are. And it could change, But I just think that by even default that the Cowboys out of the NFC East have a better chance. But we'll look at the Washington team. We'll see how their offense look. But outside of that, I just don't think so.
One thing they need to do real quick, and I'm going to let you go.
Go ahead.
The Smith boy, bring him off the practice squad.
Smith.
Let him run plays underneath, because he got hands, he won't drop the ball, and he got speed. Get him in the game and bring him in on those tight situations to move the chains.
What's Smith?
Because they don't have another receiver. Receiver did in preseason. He was clowning.
What's Smith,
they
though?
Don't have another receiver.
What Smith you talking about?
What's the middle of the field? The middle of the field with the receiver running a quick slant or a curl in the middle of the field to give Dak what he needs. It ain't nobody gonna do nothing.
JP, who you talking about? Who you talking about? Which?
Brady Smith from Missouri. He on the practice squad. He was clowning in preseason.
Number 80.
Yeah, he was clowning in preseason. You know, but then hey, you need to bring him in. At least work the middle of the field. Our problem is scoring. So if you're going to do all this doubling Cooper, doubling Lamb now, that's what they're going to do. Bring him in, let them work the middle of the field. If all your tight ends ain't going to do it. And one more thing before I let you go. Dak need to start getting smarter with the ball and stop taking those crazy chances to put his team in position. Throw underneath like we talked about, then take care of business. And you can win.
Yeah.
And one more thing I want to say, but I'm going to let you go. Us not signing Byron Jones, boy, that was a killer.
Yeah. Hey, close your eyes. Can you imagine Byron Jones on one side and then Trayvon Diggs? Ooh, that would have been nice for us. Ooh,
and then you don't have that problem because they so cheap. They I mean, hey, all glory to Zeke. He blocking and everything, but Pollard is the man.
Yeah.
You know, everybody needs to stop stepping on Pollard's
Oh,
toes
you said Pollard.
and bring him in the game. Yeah, and let him run the ball. And you signed Zeke to all that money, but then you don't got a cornerback on the side. And you look stupid now. You look real stupid.
Yeah, we'll find it out, man. But I appreciate you, JP, man. I thank you so much for calling in, bro.
I love you. Know Brookhaven in the house.
Yeah, I already know.
Surely, though.
hey, you see what my team did last week, right? Hey, my little nephew is number one. Yeah, my nephew number one. They playing against Lawrence County tonight, and I think that they just beat the hell out of them tonight. So yeah.
When they play Brookhaven?
I'll check the schedule. Okay. But
well,
man,
you consider that an L.
hey, we'll see. But look for my nephew, man. Number one for Natchez Bulldogs. Number one.
Natchez Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check him out.
Yeah. Appreciate you, fam.
All right, peace. Hey, I'll holler at you later, man.
All right. That's that Mississippi connection. Oh, we got the infamous, and I'm talking about the infamous from the 205. I got Uncle Charles on the line.
Boy, what's up, Long? What's up, Long? What's up, brother?
Nothing to it, man. Having a good night tonight. It's Friday. You know, normally I would have been getting ready, just not getting in my three-piece suit or my suit or what have you, my fly gear. I'd have been heading out to the club right about now, you know. But I'm a settle down man now, you know.
You know what? Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Anybody can fall in the spot as well, but it's hard to find a damn good woman. And if you find a good woman, boy, you go in there and you gonna go on out. Make sure you got your card to get on back home. But they ain't playing out here, Jack.
Right.
Let me just say this, man. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna ask you a question, Lord. I need an answer, and then I'm gonna give you a rebuttal and a closing.
Okay.
Let me say it now, and I want to tell all the Cowboy brothers and sisters right now. I'm telling you, I'm mad as hell. I'm mad. Okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you think Brown should have been kicked to the inside and Jordan Lewis should kick to the outside? And when Dallas was getting pressure up the middle, do you think that Ezekiel Elliott should have been more involved in the passing game since we couldn't run against the Great Wall? Do you think he should have been more invested in Zeke going out for passes too? Those two questions answered. I got a rebuttal and a closing.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you what Brown should be kicked to. You know, there's a bench over there, and Maurice Kennedy should have been kicked inside. And I would rather for to see Jordan Lewis play on the outside last night. You know, even though Jordan Lewis a little grabby, a little aggressive, I can at least handle Jordan Lewis getting frustrated enough to pull some cloth on Antonio Brown instead of just getting burnt, basically. But I think that Jordan Lewis would have fared well, a little bit better than what we've seen out of Anthony Brown. And you said the other conversational piece would be, should we pass the ball to Ezekiel Elliott a lot? They have a guy that flies out to the ball, number 45 and 54. Those linebackers are phenomenal. You know, if you're going to do the passing game situation with the running back, then I would rather for Tony Pollard. Now, I would like to see some tall sweeps, but like Coach Marv said, you got to practice that. And we don't have a guard that can pull. He's saying that something is wrong with the lower body extremities of a Connor Williams. But, Uncle Charles, you remember when Big L.A., when he was pulling, oh, man, he was looking for something to destroy. And he was the guard that was pulling. That big boy, he set the tone. You know, we don't have that guy that can pull. We had a guy that can pull, but we made him a right tackle. And, you know, now, you know, there's a whole bunch of other situations. But go ahead.
Well, let me just say this. And I want y'all to follow me, because my brothers and sisters might not agree with me, but you know, you learn to agree to disagree. So let me just say this: here we got this guy, a field goal kicker, and we got a 50-foot wide goalpost here right in front of it, and he can't hit jack. But yet still, it's an old lady downtown. Y'all try to rob her. She kicked him in between the legs, had him rolling on the ground like a Kansas City crackhead. What I can't understand is how in the hell can this guy be in front of his own, can't kick nothing, but the lady can kick this guy between his legs and hit the target. Now, maybe we need to call her up in for a trial. Maybe we need to just bring her on in and just kick it straight between her, and I believe she know what the hell she's doing. But let me just say this. We need to be, we had this game won. Now, Bone Fossil, I'm telling you right now, there's holes out there in that desert, and there's bones that could be buried out there in that desert.
Yeah.
And you watch that, you ever heard that song? Oh, the tumbling weeds. Yeah, you be tumbling your ass down that damn valley if you don't get that team together and telling you what you don't do, because we left 6 points. 6 points. We won. We beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers twice. Here's Brady. Was still on the sideline because he knew he was beat by Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott went toe for toe, and he beat him, and he knew he was a beat man.
Yeah.
But good old Brady, the Mr. Let the After Ball man, Mr. Spying on the team at the Super Bowl man. He gets the referee call all the time. When you play Tampa Bay, you gotta play flawless. So let me just say this in closing, and now a lot of people might not agree with this. We need to mind our own business and worry about our own team and quit worrying about Washington, the Giants. And that's what I tell that lady. I said, ma'am, we all go to church here, but you need to stay away from that lady over there. And, you know, every time somebody come up, every time she go up on somebody, they walk off. And come to find out, she had some hot, stinking breath. Well, the lady didn't listen. The lady breathed on her own money. The lady died on Thursday. Now it's sad. Now I told her, you killed that lady. I didn't do that. Yes, you did, damn it. Yes, you did. You breathed on the money, and now she's dead on Thursday. Now, I'm going to tell you something. It's 11:15. The funeral is at 12. Then you take your sanctified ass on across that street and get you some Tic Tacs and get a burst out of life. In closing, I'm going to say this one time, and I'm going to say this one time only. And this out of respect, Lord. This is out of respect.
Okay.
Drew Pearson had the most miraculous catch in NFL history.
Right.
He was an all-decade wide receiver.
Facts.
All-pro. Why would Drew Pearson have to beg the Hall of Fame to get in the Hall of Fame? He's been at the table last year. Oh, shit, they broke my heart. Look, man, let me tell you something. Here's Everson Walls, one of our greatest quarterbacks ever played for the Cowboys. Yep. He said the other night, I ain't begging to get in the Hall of Fame. My number speaks for itself. Let me explain something to you, Drew. I heard you the other night on the Cowboy show, and you said I didn't even know if I had my coat on in the shower or not. Well, Drew, you better find out, because somebody's going to call the ambulance for you and take you to the hospital. Let me tell you something, man. You are a great receiver. You don't have to beg nobody to put you in the Hall of Fame. You want to know what's good, long, and I'm going to say this in closing.
Yeah.
Worldly things mean nothing. Your reward is in heaven. The worldly things mean Let me tell you something. It's all right to have nice things, but don't never let nice things have you. And that's all I got to say, man. I love you, bro. And tell your family I love them.
Appreciate you, Uncle Charles.
Are you not entertained?
That's good stuff right there, man.
Are you not
love
entertained?
you, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Oh, Uncle Charles, man. Two back-to-back good callers, man. Even JP, the previous caller from Brookhaven, he brought up some good points. And even though, you know, some of the stuff was like, okay, with the wide receivers, Brandon, I think whatever that guy's name, Smith, from Iowa, what have you, we may disagree with that part of it. And, of course, with Tony Pollard, we like Tony P., but I don't think that he was been able to stand inside that A gap and block and protect like Ezekiel Elliott would have. But, you know, there are two different type of running backs, and we just wish the young Kellen Moore, he called a, you know, pretty good game until we got into the red there. We just want this team to be so successful, but the way we envision it, it may not never happen that way. This is a pass first team. They're gonna pass the ball. This is not we're not gonna do no sweeps, we're not gonna do no lead power slam, you know, run with the fullback inside. No, this is not what they practice. They don't do that. But I got one of my guys over here, 702, you're live like 95. What's up, Daryl?
What up, Law?
Nothing to it, fam. Talk to me.
You know I got to spread some love. I was on the Boss Cowboy and OC show about maybe 30, 45 minutes ago.
Okay.
And I was telling them I'm always sharing your stuff and their stuff and everybody's stuff because you guys always do awesome content, and I love everything you guys do. So,
appreciate that.
I'm very proud of this team, the way they played yesterday, and they gave great effort. And I wish they would have ran the ball and used Zeke and Pollard at the same time a little bit more. Maybe would have had a little bit more success. But also, let me ask you a question. Don't we have another kicker on the team by the name of Anger?
Yeah, he's a punt kicker. Yeah, he's a punt kicker.
Can he not kick field goals?
I don't
or
know.
Is he able to?
I don't know his capabilities all around is all about, but I like people who specialize in punting to punt, and I like people who specialize in field goal kicking to kick. I know it's two different techniques, so but we do have another kicker on the team.
Yeah, so I'm like, we got to have somebody on the team at least. If this is their line guy, it can't hit the broadside of the barn at least once or twice or three times. we need to sit him down along with Anthony Brown, and that stuff with Anthony Brown covering Antonio Brown from former Steelers. Nah, man, come on now. I'd rather you roll Parsons in coverage against Anthony Brown. At least you'd have had more of a chance, or Kelvin Joseph or something. I mean, for real,
Right.
Right. I mean, come on now. I mean, I'm a positive guy, but that's like saying, okay, you trying to, like you say, building a plane in the air before it even gets off the ground,
Right.
Like that,
Yeah.
Or like that old broom can sweep the corners real well, but that new broom don't get it as well. Come on now.
Right there.
And what do you think about this Leo Collins stuff? This suspension stuff? He said he put in. I was listening to Fish earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
That he said he would protect Dak with his life. Well, then you go pull a stunt like this by doing whatever you do to get suspended for 5 games? Are you kidding me? Are you for real?
Right.
I mean, I understand people make mistakes. We're not perfect. We got to learn from our mistakes. Hopefully, he learns from his. And I pray, and I'm, I love everything in all the Cowboys Nation. And Charles had made a lot of good points too, because I was listening to him before you let him go. And, I just want to get your thoughts because, we could have had this game won if he hadn't missed them field goals at kicker, and then, or at least had somebody else kick the field goals, or at least tried to score instead of just kicking the field goals, because you were doing good on passing and scoring for the most part. So why not stick with what's working? Like my dad used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No doubt, no doubt. I really appreciate you so much for calling in, man. You had a great topics and great conversation with this.
Much love, and I just want to get your thoughts. And you know I love you, Law, and I share your stuff all the time.
Appreciate you. Much love to you as
God
well.
bless.
God bless. God bless America. All right, 346, just hold tight. Let me go over what Daryl was talking about. And we got to be careful with the La'el Collins situation. It's going through appeals, and people already got their thoughts and they already got their opinions of what happened before the facts. And it's a shame how the NFL leaked the information and how everybody got their own opinions on everything now about it, and they're adding in their couple of cents to it. And my thing is, let this guy have his day in, I guess, Roger Goodell's court of the reason why he didn't take that test. Now, we can make speculations, and we have to be careful and say allegedly, but it is what it is. Allegedly, La'el Collins, before he even made it to the NFL, he was a murderer, right? That's why he went undrafted, because his said girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend at the time, showed up dead or appeared dead somewhere, and he was allegedly a murderer, so he was I guess sullied and denigrated upon at that point. Come to find out, he was innocent. Same storyline with I want to say Jordan Lewis. Allegedly, he beat his girlfriend up in a hotel room or an apartment room, and that's why his draft status dropped. But he had his day in court, and it came about that he was innocent. However, I just want people to pump the brakes. I know it's good sensationalism. You point out news and say, hey, this dude is going to be suspended for 5 games and blah, blah, blah. And you get a lot of views from that. And I feel you. I don't knock anybody on their hustle with that. ESPN, NFL Network, Roger Goodell. What greater news would you have to cover up the pass interference no call, the pulling off the helmet, slamming it on the field? Oh, we got something that could trump all of that news. La'el Collins suspended for 5 games. I tell people all the time, don't miss the meat worrying about the potatoes. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Nobody talk about the PI that was called or not called now. Telling you, man, it's a ruthless game out there, baby. It is. 346, you in the mix.
What's up, Law?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
Say, man, I ain't feeling too good, bro. My boys lost last night, man. Hey, I feel good about the play. I really do. They played a hell of a game. But, Law, I got to ask you a question. Hey, Cowboy Nation. McCarthy in Green Bay, didn't he call the plays for Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I think he had that big old menu, and he would sit there. He'll call the plays like this, He'll call all of the plays, and he would do like that. But I don't think that Mike McCarthy is calling this play. This is not West Coast offense.
Well, okay, I'm not saying that now. I'm saying this. Kelly Moore.
Talk to me.
Kelly Moore.
We like him. Yeah.
Kelly Moore is still young, bro. Listen, man. When we get in the red zone, this Mike McCarthy is the head coach, bro. Maybe he need to walk down and tell Kelly Moore, you know what? Let me try something in this red zone, because we having problems in the red zone. Every time you get a start in the red zone, we having problems. I don't have no issues with Kelly Moore coming down the field, but when we get in the red zone, look, bro, I'm just gonna be honest, man. I love the Cowboys, bro, but I'm getting tired of seeing this, man. We have a good team, bro. We have a great team, and we have a hell of a player.
Right.
Dude, ain't no business getting in the red zone, kicking field goals, trying field goals. Bro, get in the red zone and punch it in. Now, some of these games, Lord, you got to understand, bro. Some of these games, bro, come down to punching it in the red zone when you in the red zone, not trying to kick a field goal. Because you got to understand, if we meet Tampa Bay again, which I think we will, let me just tell you, bro, they're going to clean up the problems that they had.
Right.
And we got to make sure, if we meet up with them again, we got to make sure we're going to put some power game on them. Hopefully we have all the linemen back by then. We can put some run on them, but it doesn't matter if we don't punch it in, bro. We in the red zone. That's the problem, bro.
But Coach Marv, Coach Marv earlier. What's your name? What's your name? Caldwell? What's your name, fam? What's your name?
Caldwell, Craig.
Caldwell, Craig. You know what Coach Marv was talking about? He went all the way to boxing. And you know what made Floyd so good? His father, man.
Yeah.
His father was a hell of a trainer, man. And you know what? His father didn't hold back no punches, man.
Exactly.
He trained that man horrid. It's that hard-nosed coaching. And as much as, and I'm not saying Kellen Moore don't have that pedigree to be that hard guy, and it's a flip side to it, because in the red zone, if Dak Prescott connected with Ezekiel Elliott on that dump-off pass to the right side of the field, remember he caught the ball, but it was out of bounds. He didn't have enough real estate to turn upfield. That's a touchdown. That'll change the whole complexity of the red zone woes, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna put that on the Zeke. That was the tight end.
No, not that play. Now that was the tight end fault, yeah. But now we can use that one too. Now, if the tight end block better and Ezekiel Elliott score on that play, that's 14 points right there, right? The other pass to the right side, when he caught the ball, he ran out of that's 14 points right there. We win the game, right? But I understand, like, some of the play design. What we are seeing is a young offensive coordinator in his third year going through some growing pains. That's what we're witnessing right now, and we're seeing that his even though I believe that he is a hell of an offensive coordinator, I can't throw any salt and shade at an offensive coordinator that's going to give you 28 to 29, 30 points. I can't get mad at him. But there are some things that he's going to have to work out on, basically. Execution. I see some people. I know that's a dirty word, execute. But yeah, that's a dirty word, but that's the execute. We got to execute better, though.
Yeah, but no, I'm not saying I don't like Kellen. I love Kellen.
Right, we do. We love him, yeah.
What I'm trying to say now, if you got a head coach that have been here before and won a Super Bowl, which is Mike McCarthy, and Kellen Moore not going to get fired. You're going to get fired, Mike McCarthy.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
Bro. If you're in the red zone, Kellen Moore not getting it done, you got to step over to tell him, look, let me try this. Let me run this. That's all you got to do. You the head coach, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, bro. I don't have no issue with Kellen Moore, man. All the issue I have with Kellen Moore is when we get in the red zone. People, I mean, come on, y'all watch these games, bro. It happened too much, bro.
It do. I feel your frustration, man, because just like me right now, it's 2021, but in 2015, before I start doing this YouTube conversation, and I wish my brother was watching right now, he'll tell you, after a loss, I don't turn on the TV at all. I turn off all ESPN, NFL Network. I turned it off for a whole week, but over a period of time, I'm getting numb to this thing, man. I see a loss, and I'm sitting there like, I know what we need to have completed to win the game. And 9 times out of 10, it's not about the players, it's about the coaching. A great coach can mold that thing and shift that thing and elevate players and play with a mindset They're saying when we get into the red zone, come hell and high waters, we leaving off with some points. Hey, and the kicker that missing the kick, I need to see, man, I come up from an era where that coach give the kicker that stare. It's no yeah, pat him on the back. When you pass an interception, regardless of who fault it is, I come from an era where the coach would do this number.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm going to say this now before I go. I was listening, hanging with the boys today, and I listened, and they said something.
What'd
and
he
I
say?
said, you know what? I bet you any kind of money, Mike McCarthy did not say that to the Cowboys last night. Nate Newton said something that they had played a game and that they lost a close game, but they played their butts off. It said when Jimmy Johnson got on the plane, he said Jimmy Johnson told them they didn't play rough or down.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm talking about, bro. Put fear in the playoffs, bro.
And they couldn't even eat. They couldn't even eat on the plane after they lose. Bro. Yeah.
All right, Law.
Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for calling in from the 346. Craig, man. Yeah. Craig, man. I feel his passion, man. He feeling bad, man. He probably drunk him some good stuff, man, and that's what I used to do, man. After the loss, I'm a sore loser, man. I promise you, man. Y'all be like, man, I'm telling you, man, there's some property somewhere in Mississippi that I owe thousands and thousands of dollars to because I punched some holes in walls, knocking over some stuff, got into fisticuffs, man. But the Cowboys, they will get your blood pressure there too. But you got to find coping mechanisms and ways to do that, man. I was hot when I first got on here. Y'all saw a little bit of it, a piece of it. I bet you my brother was like, man, somebody must have pissed Law off, man. You know what I'm saying? I was hot, but I calmed down after I talked to y'all for a little bit. But I get hot, man. I be trying real hard. What was one of my favorite movies, man? Pulp Fiction, and old boy Samuel would be saying, hey, you read the Bible, Ringo? There's this certain scripture I like to tell you, the path of the righteous. He said when I said it, I mean it. He was really telling the truth. Samuel had that gun on Ringo, and he said, man, I'm trying real hard, Ringo. There's this scripture I got kind of sort of memorized. Y'all remember he had that gun. He had that gun to his head, man. He said the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. But blessed is he. You know what I'm saying? I believe Samuel was telling that role for real, man. I get mad, though, Cowboy Nation. I do. Yeah. But it's game one, and I look at the potentials of what we have to accomplish and to overcome. And I'm also understanding that Kellen Moore is still young, We're expecting him to craft up a plan that's very strategic. We're expecting Mike McCarthy to walk in like he owned the building too. But Mike McCarthy, he's not that guy. No. He ain't that guy. Shout out to you, Coach DC. He ain't that guy either. He might want to be that guy. But Mike McCarthy is no fool. He knows what's going on. Right? Y'all ladies know what goes on, right? Y'all ladies got a feeling. You on a date with somebody and he's doing all like this. You know you ain't the one. He can't even look you in the eye for a long period of time sitting at the table. Right? But you going to at least eat the meal because you know he's paying for it. That's just how it goes. His eye's not even on you. He just want the call, He's looking everywhere else but you. But when a guy is focused in and he knows that you're the one, he's focused in on you. or your assets. So you know how it goes, right? I'm just telling y'all the truth. But when he's not, he's looking at the waiter while he's sitting down at the table. And you're like, man, I can't wait till she get up, go to the restroom. As soon as she get up, go to the restroom, say, boo, come over here right quick. Couldn't help to notice your smile. My name is Law, you know. What kind of specials you guys got? Oh, by the way, you're smelling good. That is what Jerry Jones is doing to Mike McCarthy. As soon as Mike McCarthy walked around the side, hey, Kellen Moore, talk to me, man. What's going on with this offense? You really like what Mike is doing right now? Hey, you know I paid you extra money. I know you wanted to go to Boise, but I got you. You the next head coach here. Just play it smart. Play it wise. Kitty, can't wait, right, Kitty? Appreciate you, Darryl. Appreciate you, man. That's just how it goes, man. But winning streak is coming. You know, it is. They're going to correct their wrongs. They're going to make it right. First game. We don't face another team that's like the Buccaneers. They loaded, baby. That Tom Brady, man, he got a loaded team. I told y'all earlier today he got God, the refs, and Father Time on his side. 7 rings. He can do no wrong. He's the golden boy of the NFL. You got to play a perfect game to beat him. You can't have no margins of errors, whether it's this small or this big. You're going to capitalize off of it. When I was watching that game, when I saw Tom Brady drop back and just launched it, just go back and watch. He just dropped back and just launched it on Anthony Brown's side. I was sitting there like, oh, man, I know Anthony Brown finna lose that ball because he couldn't do it against Johnny Dixon. He couldn't do it against Osiris Mitchell. Malik Turner owned Anthony Brown, and trust me, I want Anthony Brown to be successful. But sometimes you just ain't got it, man. He just don't got it, man. I can't lie to kick it to y'all, man. I think Jay Lombardi in the chat could have did the same thing that Anthony Brown did out there yesterday, last night. Pete Prescott says put Kennedy in. Kennedy, all he did was showed up during a training camp, 5 INTs. Texas Rope says something about need to cut the kicker. And here's my point of view on the kicker. If you have Jay Lombardi said on me, yeah, I trust you, Jay Lombardi. I think you probably do a little bit better job, you know. I trust you, Jay Lombardi. But here's my point of view on the kicker. Hear me out. Now we just got to ride the horse we rode in on. What Luther said, love the one you with. Shout out to Luther, man, one of the greatest singers of all time. You messed that bed up, you got to make it up now. So Greg, he's the horse we rode in on. I don't want us to try to change it now. It's too late. How this song says, too late to apologize. It's too late. Yeah. Yes, sir. Kennedy over Anthony Brown. Yeah. I would love to see that though, but you know, we had Barry Church on the show, and he was saying, "Nah, you probably won't even see Kennedy dress up." And lo and behold, we didn't see Kennedy do anything week 1. We was looking at the snap counts. I think I got it somewhere over here. Let me see if I think I might have retweeted it, you know. I think I did. Did I do that? I might have. Not that one. And they went down the snap count. I'm going to have to go here. I know he probably got it somewhere. There we go. We should never see this again. Jabril Cox with 0 snaps. We should never see that. You got to split that in. Got to get her that kid. You got to give that kid some snaps. Parson, 51 snaps. I like that part of it. Keanu Neal, 50 snaps. Come on, let's split that thing, man. Get Cox some of that. At least give Neal 40. Give Cox 10 of them at least. Jalen Smith, 16. Leighton Vander Esch with 14 snap counts. Yeah. And the reasoning, Parson and Neal, primary nickel guys, linebackers, limiting Smith and LVE. Ain't nothing like live action. Nothing like live action. I can have you guys to read a book on how to swim when you're in the water. Go like this, go like that, how to backstroke, go like this, go like that. And you could be an expert in the art of swimming by reading that book. But until we put you in that water, all of you reading that book cover to cover, knowing everything about swimming, how to swim under the water, how to hold your breath, don't mean, as old folks say, don't mean a hill of beans. But I got my PhD in swimming. I got my master's in swimming. I know how to swim. But have you ever been in the water? That's the only way these kids gonna learn. Put their butts in the water. Let me know where I'm lying at. Where I'm lying. That has had to start beating elite teams, and that had to this one. They had this one in their pocket. It's from Marlon, Maryland, Maryland. I hope I said your name right. Yeah, they do got to start beating elite teams. Don't you know how you do that? Don't you know how you do that? No days off. Sacrificing. Sha'Carri Richardson, right? Texas native. Was out for a week, a month? Line them up, lace them up. Just the previous month, she was world renowned as one of the fastest women on this planet. But after a month of sitting, not working out as much, she came dead last in the race, fighting everybody. Fighting Ashanika, Pookie, Ray Ray, all the Jamaican Swaz and everybody else. What changed? Preparation, planning. What changed? Still have the physical acumen. Still have the ability. Preparation. And the craziest thing of it all, she only lost by this much, but dead last, tenths of a second. The elite stayed up in front. A lot of people are going to go over their head. To beat good teams, it's preparation. Months ago, competition months ago, knowing who you got, they can withstand the pressure, the time. And Jay Lombardi says Sha'Carri will return better because we know her potentials. We know that if she practices and focuses and get her mind together, that she will be on top. But we can't say the same about Anthony Brown. You got caps. You got limitations to this thing. And coaches know it. Front offices know it. Saying regardless of what we do to this kid, Anthony Brown, that's his ceiling. Want to know why? Because undrafted guys are beating him. This is not his first rodeo. Y'all know I'll be serious when I get my Dick Gregory on. Joseph injured. Johnny Vang, he's injured. He got that groin. And if you think that Anthony Brown did a horrible job, I can only imagine what Joseph would have done with a groin pull, you can't rush him. Just like Michael Gallup, he's out for 3 to 5 weeks. If it's the third week, wait an extra one. Don't rush him out there. We need him. Contract year 2. Yeah. 732, you're live.
What's up, Law?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
This your boy DC Fitted once again, my boy.
What's good? What's good with you, man? What you got for this episode?
Ain't nothing. What I got for you. I remember when I told you, me and you spoke like 2 days ago before the game, whatever. I said I was concerned about Dak. He looks pretty good, man. He looks awesome. Yeah. But my thing, I want to ask you, how did you feel about the gameplay? The Bucs had 4 turnovers, and we only was able to come up with 9 points. Like, what was your thought behind that? I was kind of disappointed. I wasn't upset with the loss. Yes, we lost by 2 points, but it was just the way how. Like, we didn't have time management. What we did, we killed them in time management, but just that last couple possessions, I want to hear your thoughts on that part.
Yeah, my thing is preparation. And we were talking about, like, Sha'Carri, she only lost by margins, right? But we know that she have the ability to be one of the best in the world, right? Cowboys have the ability to be the best, one of the best teams in the world. But they have to prepare themselves. They have to look at it and say, okay, what steps did we do during the offseason to improve at or to put competition to add to? And although we see the growth aspect of the defense, but there's still some things that we have to improve on as relates to interior pressure for one, right? And we also have to improve on cornerback, secondary play. I can tell you where we did improve at. Diggs is better. He's not going to have a sophomore slump. That's a positive. The little guy, 18, DeMonte KZ, played pretty good.
That hit was awesome.
Yeah. So we got to improve on some small things. Yeah, go ahead.
So what's your thought on our red zone once again? We keep getting to the red zone and we're not scoring the points. That's getting frustrating, Law.
Yeah.
The red zone, we're not able to put the ball in the end zone. And then another thing is, I get what you're saying, but give the hats up to the Bucs. Their front line Law. Their linebackers. Zeke and everybody was mad at the play calling with Kellen Moore, but I'm looking at like what I want Zeke to do. There was nowhere for him to run. Yes, we could have did a little bit more screens to Zeke to get them off the ropes, but watching the game, the entire game, they were running to the ball. Zeke didn't have nowhere to go at.
When you have
game plan on offense.
Well, let me tell you this though, Fitted.
Talk to me.
You have a bread and butter play, and you line it up, and you say, okay, I know for sure that if I'm doing this play 3 times, I'm gonna score. I have that much confidence that if they stop it one time, it was fugazi. It was something that just didn't work out right? But that's my bread and butter play. I'm gonna go back to it. Kellen Moore don't have that mindset to say, well, if we're this close to the red zone, I've been practicing this play, and I know 9 times out of 10, I'm going to score regardless, especially if the matchup is favorable. If he really want to push the needle, like that time that Ezekiel Elliott did get it, you know, huddle, you go right back to it and say, well, damn, I got you guys on the ropes. Whatever your defense is right now, I know for sure my playmaker can get it by himself. Jarwin, he messed up on the block. I'm going to do a no-huddle. I'm going to do the exact same play again.
That's right.
Now, guess what that is? That is an experience, mindset. That is, I'm not worried about my job. That is, I trust my offense 100%. But Kellen Moore, about him being wet behind the ear and still young, and there's nothing wrong with it, he plays shy. He said, you know what? We didn't get it. Damn. Let me just kick the field goal. Let me at least get some money out of it. Let me know if I'm wrong.
I'm with you on that.
But if he was one of them hard-nosed coaches, he said, well, we going to do it. And if they didn't get it 2 times in a row, all week they're going to be practicing on that play over and over and over again. And the players be like, hey, coach, can we practice something else? No. Why? Because you didn't execute my plan.
I know that's not it.
If you execute my plan, we win this game. But I don't think that Kellen Moore, excuse me, I'm just a little passionate, but I don't think that Kellen Moore have that in him.
I love it.
I don't think that he would I don't think that he would have it in him. I don't think that when Dak Prescott threw that ball to Ezekiel Elliott and he didn't climb inside a little bit and he didn't release that ball out quicker, I don't think that Kellen Moore would ever go to Dak Prescott and say, what the hell were you thinking on that play? If you hit him a little bit closer, that's a touchdown.
Earlier. You mean if you would have hit
him earlier?
Dak was waiting on. I don't know what he was waiting on.
But guess what?
I don't.
Kellen Moore can't say that to Dak right now. He's too young.
He can't check Dak.
No, he can't. He can't. When Dak beat him out of his position, you know what I'm saying. But this is what it is.
And how many times with the curse that we keep being cursed? I'm not talking about it came down to that play. Mm-hmm. Why every time a significant play, you seen Godwin pushed off on my man and right in front of the ref? Like, come on. I'm not crying for a flag, but come on now.
But you know what?
Come on.
But you know what? You know what Sean Payton would do? He'll go to that ref and he said, hey, that Chris Godwin, he's pushing off to get separation. Look for it. Seasoned coaches. They looking for every angle of the game. Jimmy Johnson, y'all think that Bill Belichick was the guy that was get caught with looking at tapes and practice and things like that, trying to get a beat on everything? Bill Belichick learned everything from Jimmy. There's a documentary out there. They kind of pulled it. I wish I was just recorded and kept it. But Bill Belichick would go down to the Florida Keys and take Jimmy out to go fishing. And you know what they were talking about. Strategies. What do I need to do? Angles. How do I handle this? Coaching is a dog-eat-dog world. Why you think that these guys got, when they call in the play, they got it all up on their faces?
And last thing too, Lord, I missed it. I seen it on my ESPN. What's going on with Collins? What happened now? And how do you feel about him with his future with us? Is there always something going on with him, with something? Is he almost done with us, or how you feel about La'el Collins and his stuff that's going on with him?
I think that in the way that it was leaked, that either Jerry is getting hosed or somebody that's working with the NFLPA needed a little money or cash, because when it goes through appeal, none of this stuff should hit until the final decision is made, but the appeal process is still in process. So I don't want to sully or denigrate the guy. From what I've read over here in this column here, is that the guy refused or skipped out on a quote unquote test. He's supposed to go through a test situation to check whether or not he has substance.
Like before the game, or was it recently, like before the game, or just in general it happened during the training camp? Or when we talking about this test? Like when was it? Or you're not sure?
I'm not sure of it. According to the lawyers of Collins, he's continuing to appeal on their behalf. They're arguing that the violation of the policy allows the fine, but not the suspension. So, on one end, it's kind of like you running a yellow light, or you got a ticket, or what have you. Instead of you got to appear your day in court, the police done drug you out of your car and they put you on the sidewalk and then they got you in handcuffs and they taking you to county. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to get bailed out. So you sitting there like, man, it was a simple traffic violation. Y'all doing the most right now. Why you pointing out me? You know? And they said, hey, you get pulled over today, and they saying, well, we ain't gonna give you your phone call until Monday until the courts open up. You're like, dog, it's Friday right now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
Last take for you, Lord. I promise. I got
no, you good. You good.
For you. What is your thought on Connor Williams always being on his back? I've seen him several times that game struggling with Vita. I know he's a big dude, but he's been on his back, and I'm tired of seeing him getting pushed around. And I didn't see much of Randy Gregory doing work on that game on yesterday, Thursday. Is there something wrong with Randy, or did I miss something, or did I go back and watch film? I didn't really see 94 making a huge impact. He
created pressure. He did good against containment on the run. But as far as sacking Brady, he didn't get home. He got close several times. And if he did get home, y'all let me know. But I don't think he got home. I think Randy Gregory will be okay. I just still think that this team – we're going to have to get pressure inside. Now, Brian Broaddus did his scouting report on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he said that those boys inside, like their guards, they got two guys that they drafted in the second round, basically. Tristan Wirfs, although he's on the outside, and as well as the interior guy. Those are premium guys that did a good job as far as making sure that their quarterback is upright from the interior. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And about Connor Williams, should he just find another place on the line, or I thought he got bigger. I'm not understanding what's going on with
Connor Williams will always lose to big power bull rushes. I don't think that all of a sudden, like year 4, year 5, year 6, however long he's been in the league now, that he's going to improve in that category. Unfortunately, he got short arms, and that's just his situation. Coach Marv, if you go all the way back to the early when we first started doing these conversations for his call-ins, he said that there's something wrong with his lower body extremities. We don't see him anchor in pretty well, and that just could be it. His knees is worse than tiredness suckies, I believe, from what Coach Marv evaluation of it is. Observation.
Sense, I'm like, that makes sense. I'm like, he always getting put on his back. I'm like, what is the problem?
No doubt. Sheesh Louise.
But, man, it's good talking to you, Law. Hopefully we have a good preparation for the Chargers next Sunday. I'll be watching it, and I'll be watching this weekend to see the rest of the NFL looks like. But I think, I'm not trying to be cocky, but I think that's going to be the toughest team we play all year, I guess, as far as defensive-wise and as a team as a whole. So I'm not trying to be cocky, but hopefully we take care of our business each game as it comes. But I don't think we're going to see another Bucs team like that with all the returning starters and just how they operate. They were just, and we was in there. I wasn't upset, man. We was in that game, Just this kicker. I don't know why Greg Zerline keep getting his passes like that. Why we didn't have a competition at least for a kicker.
Right.
Like he didn't have a bad year last year. He didn't have a perfect year last year. He kind of taking some games too. And I'm not understanding this Dallas doing what we do. In the first game, he missed a field goal and the extra point, and that kind of cost us the game. That field goal really hurt us, So
right,
we'll
did.
See, man.
We'll bounce back though, man.
I love us.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. You be good, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Anytime.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Good call from the brother there, man. Good call from the brother. Shout out to you, Chris Titus, man. Thank you for your donations. Love what I saw from the Cowboys. Want to give a shout out to an American hero, Max Savake. That's how you say his name. From my hometown, and the other 12 soldiers who gave their lives for us, or their life for us, all of those injured and recovering. Appreciate you, man. Let me see if the AI can even say it, She can read better than
Could
me.
Gallup end up on the trading block?
Gallup on the trading block? Cowboys don't trade, though. But shout out to you, Special K. Appreciate you. All right. 904, hold tight for me, man. Let me see if this one going to go through. Appreciate y'all, man, for jumping in. Let's go with it. 904, you live.
Hello?
Yeah, you live on the Nation.
Hey, how you doing, man? It's good here talking to you again.
Good talking to you. Is this Daryl?
Yeah, this is Daryl from Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. What's good, man? Talk to me.
Hey, I'm not upset. It's the Anthony Brown and the kicker. I'm upset about that part. Kellen Moore just sitting back waiting to take over the team. You hit it dead on the head.
Yo.
He is sitting back waiting, and Mike McCarthy, he just scared to make decisions. You know, he ain't no Jimmy Johnson. He ain't no Bill Parcells. That's probably why the guys he want on the field can't go on the field.
Right.
Loved what I saw from my
Hold on right
Cowboys.
quick, Daryl. Hold on right quick. Hold on right quick.
Shout out to an American hero, Max Soviak from my hometown, and the other 12 soldiers who gave their life for us, and all of those injured and recovering.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you again, Christopher, man. Thank you for your donation there. Daryl, you back live, man. Appreciate you for holding.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You live like 95.
Okay, yeah. I turn my radio off. Yeah. But I think we're gonna get better. Mike McCarthy got to get better, or he ain't gonna have no job.
Right.
So he got pressure on him. He'll be in the soup line Monday morning if he don't get not to make it to the playoffs. He got to go deep into the playoffs. We done made playoffs before. We got to go deep into the playoffs. I'm proud of Dak. Dak stood up to the wall last night. I mean, they couldn't move him. And he's a general of that damn team. I don't care what anybody else say. We're going to get this thing right. We got to get it right. We done been on the bottom. Like Richard Pryor said in that movie, Which Way Was Up? I got to go up. Ain't no other way but to go is to go up.
Right.
Right. But Kellen Moore still got a lot of growing to do.
He do.
McAdoo, they don't even mention his name. I don't even know if he's there anymore.
He there. Ben McAdoo there. I saw him at camp. He's there. He's sitting on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're keeping him there. Okay, well, we'll get it right. We'll know by next game. We will know by and one more Gallup, the guy from Canadian. Then when will he be back? He should be back either next week or the week after that.
Navel Gallimore.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was 6
Either
weeks or
next week or
something
week
like
after
that. It's gonna be a little minute for him, man. Those big boys, and especially with his arm, his elbow. That's the first thing the offensive lineman will hit. To redirect with. So we'll find out, man. What will happen with that as far as Navel Gallimore. I'm still waiting on Tristan Hill to show us something too. So we got some reinforcement to come on down the line, but these guys, we don't want to peak in September, but we want to see some promises as it relates to football on the defense and the offensive side. But I feel what you're saying with everything on your assessment. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to say this. Within a couple of years, they should come up with some type of award show for guys like you. Just like they do the Oscars.
Right.
Y'all should come up with an award show for the because y'all put the proof out there.
Facts.
Skip, who ain't never played no damn football before, and them other guys.
Right.
But I appreciate it. I'm going to let you go now. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Are you not entertained?
God
Are you not entertained?
Jacksonville, man. Florida. So he probably was right down the street, from the game, basically. Shout out to, 954. What's good? You live from Hollywood.
What's up, Law? This Dallas Cowboy 1992, man.
1992.
That's right.
Yeah, let me put the name in there.
That game remind me of almost 1992, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm proud of my Cowboys. I ain't gonna lie, I was very upset last night, like a lot of Cowboy Nation knows. It ain't nothing to be upset about, man. The only thing is we just gotta clean it up.
Right.
Clean it up. I'm telling you, man. Right now, what Dak did, he put the NFL on notice.
He did.
And I love what Dak Prescott did. When he went up to Brady, I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he shook his hand or not. Maybe because they ain't show that, but I know he went up. They both went up to each other. And then after that, after they said whatever they said, I like what he grabbed Brady and said, listen, man, we're going to see y'all again.
Yeah.
We're going to see y'all again.
Yeah.
We're going to see y'all again, Brady.
I love it. Yeah.
We're going to see y'all again, Brady. So all Dallas Nation, I'm telling you right now, all them people that was talking crap, they got to bow now. They on their knees now. They ain't bowing yet. They going to bow when Dak Prescott make them eat their words and get us our Super Bowl that we've been dying for, man. That man, he keep elevating every single year. I'm talking about Dak. This man, first they said it was through Zeke, and that was true at one point. But after year 3, I saw Dak elevating. Not only I saw him, we all saw him elevate. And the man just keep going up, and up. So if he keep going up, guess what's going to happen? If he the leader of the team, what's going to happen, Law? What's going to happen?
It's trickle downs, man.
This man gonna put, okay.
Yeah, trickle downs, man.
Where we got to go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He gonna take us where we got to go. All we got to do now is just keep believing, keep our eye on the prize, and that's Dak, bro. We pray, we protect Dak, make sure that man don't get injured no more. They protect him. I love what Zeke did last night. People talking crap about Zeke. Man, Zeke was out there like a leading missile last night, bro. He put his body on his line.
He's a hell of a blocker, man.
You saw it, Law.
Yeah, he's a hell of a blocker.
You saw it, Law.
Yeah.
He had, 30-some yard rush. I didn't care about that. We did the right thing. We adjusted to what they was doing. And you got a bunch of idiots on Dak. He didn't get 100 yards. What you going to run into a wall? You going to run into a wall all night? They was making sure, look, Zeke is not going to beat us. Dak going to beat us. He damn near pulled it out. The only reason why we lost that game in the whole world knows because special teams.
Special
teams.
On both sides of it, too. You got to talk about that 92 yards of yardage that they gave up on the kickoff returns, collectively speaking.
Yep. That and we got to get better at executing in the end zone. That's how we lost that game, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I was very pissed off about the PI that pushed off or whatever.
Yeah.
In the 90s, we can see a true Cowboy fan. Hey, I'm gonna say this. You know this, Law. You've been watching them.
Yeah.
We can't get really mad at it, even though that was on the line. But the big 88, Michael Irvin. Now he made that. Michael Irvin, he crafted that, bro. He didn't make it, but he crafted it.
But you see how Michael Irvin say, when you get there to the top of the route, you can't extend your arms. What you got to do, you got to, Michael Irvin, I know how to put my leg on there, but he can't extend. But see, what made him call the PR is he extended his arm. You can't extend your arms. I said, Michael Irvin, you were pushing up. Man, but Chris pulled it. He extended his arms. See, Michael Irvin, he knew how to do the shoulder, and then he'll laugh. That's my ball. That's my ball. 88 shouldn't have dropped that ball. That's my ball.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God. Hey, Michael Irvin would have got on CeeDee Lamb for dropping that ball. Oh yeah. He'd have got on CeeDee Lamb. Oh my God.
That's right.
Yeah. And then he would have said, "That's my son."
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of his son because last night he unlike other people who drop balls and stuff, what he did, he tapped his head like I messed up. What he did, he went back and made up for the play. And he dropped another big play that the idiots want to say, oh, it was Dak's fault with the interception, which it was not. It clearly hit CeeDee in his hands. He was thinking about the hit, bro. He was thinking about the hit. So so the ball just, it flopped out his hands, and whoever that was, 24, Mr. Lucky 24 was just in the way.
Oh, my God,
The right place at the right time.
Yeah.
The right place at the right time. So all I'm gonna say is, man, I'm ready. I see what this team is about. This team is not the same. I'm telling y'all right now, this is not the same Dallas Cowboys that we've been watching for the past 20 years of mediocrity. No, this team, they starting to wake up. They hearing the noise. They hearing the haters. They putting their heads down. Only thing I wish they'll do is just a little bit is stop talking a little bit and just go out there and take more names. That's all I wish. Yeah. But other than that, man, how about them Cowboys?
Let's go.
This is Sparta!
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Good call from him, man. 909, you live. (909) 3 times a lady. 909 said, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm gonna get out of here, man." He might turn into the playmaker for real. This is my ball. Oh boy, when I saw Alvin, well, he was running and he caught the ball, I was like, that's my route. Oh my gosh, man. Boy, the playmaker. Oh man, I would live to just have him as the sideline coach. Jerry, man, you got enough money. Just hire the playmaker, get him off that ESPN crap, and just put him on the sideline. You know, at least the aggressive mentality would be out there. Ezekiel Elliott, you got to run through that one. You can't. You know, he would have been saying something like that. Oh, he would have told Kellen, no, Kellen, you got to put the fullback in. You got to put the fullback in. You got to slam that thing in there. You got to slam that thing in there. If anything, the aficionados would be scared as hell at big old Michael Irvin running down there and saying, he pushed off. That's what Jerry needs to hire. There's no salary cap as relates to coaching. So go hire the playmaker, put him on the sideline. Hey, tell him he don't have to wear the suits or what have you. Tell him he can wear, what do you call them? The guys that they wear the starter coats or what have you, wear the zip ups or what have you. Tell him he can wear 3-piece suits or what have you, and let him be on the sideline. I got my guy over here, 409. Spit your mind, man. Poindexter, what's good?
Hey, what's up, Lord? You know, look, man, I was with the sleep, man. I woke up and I said, well, let me hear the replay. Lord, you up here burning midnight oil, man.
Yeah. I need to go to bed. I looked down at the time. It is literally finna be 1 o'clock. Gosh, how long I've been live, Cowboy Nation? Good grief. Go ahead.
Okay, so initially, man, I was really, really mad because I want the Dubs, man. I want the Dubs at all costs,
Yeah.
Don't really believe in the moral victories. I was telling you before, when I'm looking at my grandsons, they 5 years old. So, hey, man, win, lose, whatever. I'm just happy to see you out there,
Right.
My grandson made a tackle, dude ran over him and tripped over him more or less, but he made a tackle, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that's peewee ball. You hear what I'm saying? We got to find a way to win. Now, I'm going to tell you like this here.
Mm-hmm.
You win 3 games in a row. You're 4-1. Nobody really cares about the Tampa game.
Right.
I was more worried that they would beat Tampa and then have a letdown, and then you 2-3, or you 1-3 or something like this here.
Right.
We got a chance now to just go it on, start this season. We got out there. We was on prime time. We said, hey man, look, we here. We got a good squad. But now we got to get these dubs. One thing I know about football, man, pine always smells the same. When you get out there like AB, man, you got to get on that pine. Nobody, I don't think nobody would have said if they'd have brought in anybody, rookie, Nation Wright, whatever. If Nation Wright would have got burned, I don't think nobody would have said we should have kept Brown in the game.
Nobody.
Nobody would have said that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to hit that pine. That kid got stripped by D-Law. You didn't see him no more in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Ronald Jones.
These old school things, man, they still work. I don't know why he's on the field, like you say, maybe he knows who the virus better or whatever, you know what I mean? But those are the things that kind of disappoint me because that's not winning football. That's not what you do. That's not what coaching staffs do. Got a couple of bad breaks. I think that, when they say about running backs, you know what I mean? They got to touch the ball. I think that maybe Zeke would have made that touchdown if he's a little bit warm. If he'd had 10 or 15 carries, even though the man missed the block.
Right.
I think one-on-one, when he's warm in the game, and to get that running back, get his legs and stuff going, he had about 10, 15 carries, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It does make a difference with a running back. Running back being out there cold, it does make a difference.
No doubt.
Lord, let me go down and get sleep, man. I just woke up out my sleep, man.
Hey, man. All right, appreciate your point, Dexter, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Good call from here, man. Let me close this thing down. Got the phone line open and everything. People calling in. I was still here all day. But you know what? He brought up a brilliant point, man, with that. Yeah, and the phone lines are closed. But he brought up a brilliant point about all of that. How can I put this? And I'm thinking about how I'm going to say that. When I pause like that, I'm trying to really keep it PC, How can I say this, though? Coaching, benching players for bad performance. I'm trying to keep it PG, not PG, but PC, PG-13 because it's just what it is. You got to be a certain type of coach to be that assertive coach. We have known two types of coaching. One that would spit at you, yell, the yeller coach, and we know of the quiet coach that comes off docile with docility. A coach that have a quiet demeanor approach. For example, remember earlier I was talking about that coach that give you that stare like that coach. You got to have some toughness about yourself in order for that stare to work. And the way that stare works, for example, Tony Dungy wasn't a boisterous coach, wasn't a guy that's going to yell at the sideline and spit at you and ridicule you publicly, right? But when you messed up, right? When you effed up because he'll give you that stare of death. And that sinks right into the soul. Worse than any coach cussing at you. So we got to figure out what type of coach Mike McCarthy is. And down the line, Kellen Moore will develop that maybe 15 to 20 years from now. Right? The head coach over there in Tampa Bay, coached for over 40 years. Let that sink in. Coaching. Todd Bowles, the defensive coordinator, coached for over 20 years. Wisdom. And my guy Darryl was trying to say a new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. Something about those old coaches, man. They know it. Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate you guys for staying for this long of a time and calling in and donating and going over my rants and talks and these sorts of things. If you like what you heard today, be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let the friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. And let's not fret. Yeah. As we approach this season the right way, a lot of people like to paint a picture about you or put you in a box and say, hey, this is what this person's capabilities is. This is who they are. This is all that they will be. But I come here to tell you guys that if you refocus your mind, it's all about the mindset. Yes, competition need to be here. But think about Dak Prescott, his command of this team, and how everybody rallied around him. The focal mental capacity of Dak Prescott coming back from a gruesome injury. Right. He wanted it. He wanted it bad enough. But I come here to tell you guys, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not get tired by waiting or lied about, don't deal in lies or hating and yet give way to hating, and don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can pair to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your whole life for, broken and stooped and peeled back up again with worn out tools. You can walk with kings and presidents, nor lose the common touch. You can fill the unforgiving minutes in 60 seconds worth of distance run. Then you, my friend, has unlocked the true meanings of what it takes to be a man, what it takes to be a champion. Just understand that we going through what other legends have met. The Troy Aikman, the Roger Staubachs, the Emmitt Smith, the Michael Irvin, Drew Pearsons. Yeah! We just got to be able to stand firm and stand tall and trust in what we believe in, Cowboy Nation. That ring, that prize, that goal is right there. We just got to go grab it. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. We out. Play that song one more time. Yeah, come on. If I ain't here to motivate you and elevate you, oh, I don't know. Come on. That's my son.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me.
Hey, it's 1 o'clock.
Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blinking, she ice. Freeze. Photo. Please. No photos. Jeez. No. Please. No photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up, wait till I old producer saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town when you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things when your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and add a luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays,
appreciate you, Kitty. Shout out to everybody, man. Don't forget to put down where you guys are from. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. If I offended anybody today, charge it to my head, not my heart. Y'all know I got the good heart over here. It's a heart, it's a house for love. Appreciate you, Jay Lombardi. I really appreciate all of the mods, man, for helping out with the show. Shout out to everybody that called in. Thank those who agreed and thank those who disagreed.
Heard this on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me.
Tell him one time.
And I tell him it's I ran up a check, I might
do it again. Hey, do it again, huh?
Have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down.
Jerry Cole, appreciate you.
Outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins.
Let's go.
I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso.
Hey.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me.
Now,
You matter what.
if you hear
bankroll, euro.
and you have not subscribed to this channel,
I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Shame. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Shame. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why
if you think the Cowboys are not going to the playoff this year,
like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month. I don't rap much.
if you don't believe in Rain Dakota Prescott, come on.
All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault. I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro.
If you don't like Jackson State, he I love.
Everything is on me, or you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso. Add it up. I'm just doing me.
There we go.
You matter what.
You don't like the Law Nation. Yeah. Where my dogs at? Yo. It's a party, baby.
Everything is on me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
Let's mellow this thing out a little bit. Y'all know what it is. Rapper Day. Hey. Coach Prime, yeah. Hey, that's my school. I believe. Come on, JSU. Hey, we the best, baby, huh?
Take a drag of my cigarette.
Come on.
Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Can't go wrong with rocking with it, Xavier. Shout out to you, Michael. Ken A, I see you. Come on. Come on. Lady Jessica, I see you. And what you tell them? Shout out to you, Fisher. An Eagles fan here. Let me see those eagle emojis if you got the special icon that I got. Play a tune, baby. Y'all know which eagle emojis I got. It's under the menu when you're part of the team. Yeah, here we go.
7 years of a perfect love. 7 more and another one.
And another one.
And another one.
Yeah.
I think you was the one I lost. 7 wonders.
There we go. Jay Lombardi, you got it right. There we go.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Hey.
Don't let the
Y'all see Emmett.
lights hit you. Can I be on? Play it too. I'll follow.
PBO.
Wherever you go.
Wherever you go.
Whatever you do. Play it too.
The best HBCU ever. I see you,
If
Brandon.
a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper
Y'all look at Lady Jessica emojis.
doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.
You have to be your biggest fan. And
One star,
really tough and
one
really
family.
tough,
Shout out to you,
nothing's
Gracia.
working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to be, who you're going to be, who you're going to be.
You must be out of your goddamn mind. You must be out of your goddamn mind.
No. You don't know who you're gonna be. Have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're gonna be.
Matters to me. Watching the game with my family. Watching my kids yelling at the TV. Watching my kids rocking Cowboy jerseys. Just like me back in 1993. Hope it happens for them like it happened to me. Watching my team Lombardi party in the streets. Last year was hard to believe. Dak's injury, man, he was on top of the league. But he back and thank God that he got a Mazik. And he talking about he got a brolic physique. I ain't checking for it, I just gotta believe. Brought an extra spoon so that Paula could eat. Brought in Danny Quinn and fixed the problems on D. Now a Cowboy hater got a problem with me. I cannot understand that, right at the stat. Rushing at him like I'm Tank. Cowboy logo on my hat, throwback Romo on my back. When they score, I do my dance, and they know I'm too advanced. Cowboy lyrics, I'm the man. If you wanna be a fan, this is your chance. Hurry up before there ain't no more room on the van. Man to man be the stupidest plan, cause we got Gallup and Cooper and Lamb. And Michael Parsons like Superman, better find 11 as soon as you can.
Hey, yo, run that back.
Them Cowboy haters can say what they please, cause all that really matters to me. Watching the game with my family. Watching my kids yelling at the TV. Watching my kids rocking Cowboy jerseys. Just like me back in 1993. Hope it happens for them like it happened to me. Watching my team Lombardi party in the streets. Last year was hard to believe. Dak's injury, man, he was on top of the league. But he back and thank God that he got a Mazik. And he talking about he got a brolic physique. I ain't checking for it, I just gotta believe. Brought an extra spoon so that Paula could eat. Brought in Danny Quinn and fixed the problems on D. Now a Cowboy hater got a problem with me. I cannot understand that, right at the stat. Rushing at him like I'm Tank. Cowboy logo on my hat, throwback Romo on my back. When they score, I do my dance, and they know I'm too advanced. Cowboy lyrics, I'm the man. If you wanna be a fan, this is your chance. Hurry up before there ain't no more room on the van. Man to man be the stupidest plan, cause we got Gallup and Cooper and Lamb. And Michael Parsons like Superman, better find 11 as soon as you can.